sit on my stool today. Okay. Hello! Welcome back to the studio. Yeah. I'm working on two big projects at once. One being Eddie and the other one being Belle, which, let me show you, I'm actually kind of excited. We'll just swing you guys over this way. Come on. And we'll move her. Look at this gloriousness. Doesn't it look great? I mean, anyway, it's all pinned on. I'm just marveling right now. We will actually get her finished later. That's not why we're here. We're here to work on Eddie, which is my Edwardian inspired project, which is on Alice. Not my Rococo inspired project on Bessie. Yeah. Train of thought. Linear fashion. I have the sleeve cut out. According to the reference that I'm going off of, it had a slight gather, so I cut it out to have a slight gather. And then I have 2 bands of pin tucks on the sleeve. So that's what we're going to be putting in. Yeah, I want it to be a bishop sleeve, so it's going to gather into a cuff. Ideally, it would be like mid-forearm length. And I'm wondering, because I have it, if I want to take this bit of lace and like gather it down so it's like on the cuff and just a little bit of frill. I think that would be cute. I'm not entirely sold, but like that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So what I want to do right now is mark out where the pin tucks are. If I can pick up this pin. Put the pin there. Where's my... I don't need a white one. I have a marker somewhere that has vanishing ink and it's pink. Has it fallen off the table? Okay, we'll just mark it with a pencil. That's fine. Because what is important is that these pin tucks, not gathers, these pin tucks start an inch down from there. Am I missing comments? What is Eddie, like what time period and style? So Eddie is Edwardian. I got tired of saying and typing my Edwardian project, so I just shortened it to Eddie, because that's what it is. It is based off of an extant garment, which I have, so if you scroll through my Instagram to find the first photo that I did of the Eddie bodice, if you like swipe, it shows you the extent that I'm working from. The bodice will be incredibly similar. Everything else will just be what I like. Just because I really liked the lace placement on the bodice. And everything else is just kind of what it is. So yeah. Hope that answered your question. It's Edwardian. So if you're looking for dates, that's early 1900s. But I'm also doing it like a T-length because like I can't function in full-length skirts, so it's going to be a T-length, which means that it's going to look very 1970s, and I've just acknowledged the fact that it'll look very 1970s. So, is that even marking? Very lightly. I need that marker! Ah! I need more like proper marking tools is what I need. Let's actually adjust you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's continue with the pencil. Because what else am I going to do? I feel like that's better. Yeah. So I am marking these about every 1.5 inches, so that way the pin tucks will have about a 1/2 inch apart, because I'm going to be doing 1/2 inch pin tucks. That didn't mark very well, at least. Am I? Okay, so it's not that bad. I will keep going. How many pin tucks do I want to do? Rule of thumb is generally odd numbers, so if I do 3, and then we go 4 inches and do 3 more, that should be decent, right? There's no lead. That would be the reason how come it's not marking. Cool, and then we go another 4 inches and do it again. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, it'll bring it up 9 inches from full length. So then it'll be, oh, perfect. Ta-da! All right, so let's mark. This one needs to be darker and this one needs to be darker. Cool. And this one. All right, let's flip this over. Get the second sleeve drawn, and then we'll move to the sewing machine. Okay, and then 4 inches down, we repeat. Four. all of those marks are dark enough. Let's go to the machine. I'm gonna need to adjust my tripod. So, sorry for the wobbly cam. It's just the way things are going. Oh shoot. I like broke my tripod pretty bad. Like, it's not fixable, it just needs to get retired. But I'm still using it because I can't be bothered to buy a new one. Okay, wobble cam done, promise. Sorry if that made any of you kind of motion sick. Let's see. I put you guys here. And then, yeah, that way you guys can like see me and what I'm doing. Is this a good angle? I'm gonna assume it is. We now have the full light from the window, so I'm sorry if like that gets blown out. I can't really control what this guy does. All right. Oh, look how sheer this is. It's beautiful. Okay. This is where I need to start. So what I'm doing is I'm just folding it where I made those lines. So that'll be like the edge, I guess. And then I'm going to be sewing them. They're going to be 1/2-inch pin tucks. So, yeah. But I'm using those as guidelines. Oh, behave! Oh, I forgot. Oh, shoot. This is on me. My bad. I forgot I ran out of bobbin. So, my machine is really loud. And I'm sorry for your ears as I wind this bobbin. Man, that's what I forgot to do before we went live. I knew I was forgetting something. All right. Before any of you say that like I'm hurting my machine, the hand wheel is locked. I cannot unlock it to like release the mechanism that does the uptake lever. It just, I get it like unlocked for like a day and then it'll seize back up and I don't know how to fix it. So that's why it's doing this and why it's so loud. So before you come for me, I literally can't. It's how my machine is working. With what we've got. Yes, we definitely do. Funny thing is, this is an antique electric machine, and the cabinet over there is my antique treadle machine that's actually dated to about the same, within a couple years, as my Eddie project. So I actually thought about using my treadle for this project, but because I'm doing, I'm on a time crunch, and because I'm also working on Belle at the same time, it just didn't make sense to like set up my treadle and have to find a place for the serger and a place for this machine. Like, it was just too many machines out at once. I couldn't figure out the logistics of it, so we just haven't. I would like to play more with my treadle though. I like the manual labor, I guess. I like the feel of it, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a machine running, it's you running a machine. If that makes sense at all. So, I want to play with my treadle more, but that'll come in the future. If I just trim this, it'll be close enough under the arm that it won't matter. Let's try this again. That's how it's supposed to sew. Okay. If we have time, I will work on the ruffle for Eddie's hem. I doubt we'll have time. Cool, so that's one pin tuck. I do prefer to have, I guess it's not really a pin tuck if it's like 1/2 inch wide. But I do prefer to have bigger tucks. I feel like they look nicer. Especially when I like the look of like itty bitty pin tucks, but I can't get them to work on my machine. I have like tension issues. It's what happens when you have like a really old machine that you never get serviced. I should really take better care of this one. There we go. But what I really wanted was to get my antique electric machine up and running. It needs some like slight rewiring. But I wanted to get that up and running so that way that could be my primary machine. It just hasn't happened yet. Mostly because like I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong and electrocute myself. So I guess what I'm saying is I really just need someone with like slight electrical knowledge to like guide me through this so I don't end up absolutely terrified. But I don't have anyone like that close by, so I will have to figure it out. I know there's lots of videos and things of people who restore antique machines. I will just have to go peruse their catalogs. Behave like I want you to. Cool. So now these will get pressed down. It looks like there isn't a gap between them. That's not the end of the world. That's definitely a me error because I didn't math correctly, but whatever. It'll still look nice. I actually really like the look of that. But that'll get pressed down. I have 2 more sections to go until we go to pressing. So let's get sewing. Where's that line? Oh heavens. There we go. That's why I wanted these lines to be pink. I'm gonna have to go find that marker when we're done hanging out here. Am I missing comments? Vintage Sewing Garage is great for vintage machine how-tos. Excellent. I will look into that. Oh, I've missed a couple. Sewing a Victorian shift, start to finish, sewing the project. I have a love of Victorian corsets too. My electrical knowledge is basically don't work on it while it's plugged in. Yes. Mine as well. Yeah, so it actually runs, and I have sewn with my antique electric. I think if you look at like older videos, you'll be able to see projects I've worked on it with. But it started, you know how like electricity has a smell when things like aren't, like old electrics have a smell? It started getting that smell, and I just didn't feel safe using it anymore, so it's been tucked away. But eventually I really want it to be my primary sewing machine. So we'll get there. I meant to like restore it last year, and it just didn't happen because I got overwhelmed. And it just wasn't a priority this year. But as I'm thinking of like what I want to do with my channel and things for next year, because I plan 6 months ahead, if not more, I think I want to get better at patterning next year. And I want to get my sewing studio space exactly how I want it, which means that like putting up the cork board, not the cork boards, putting up the pegboards that I've had sitting in a corner for a while, and like all that stuff. So those are goals I have. I love how this is like productive work, but also like pretty chatty. This is kind of fun. Nope, let's get this back online. There we go. One more and then we're done with section 2. Cool. I missed. Nope. Perfect. I'm so excited. It's looking so good. Like, I hold it up to the light, and like you guys probably can't see. Yeah, not as much as like when I hold it up to the light. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. Okay. I'm working, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, I'm gonna put in the 2 other tucks, and then we're gonna press this thing out because I'm really excited to see what it looks like all pressed out. Oh no, where's the mark? I think it's right there. so faint, but it's right there. Okay. Alright, last one, and then we press. How are we doing on time? Well, we're about halfway through. I might just put on one sleeve with you guys and then one sleeve after the live, because then I can actually film the process of putting that sleeve in. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, pressing time. The iron should be heated up. I turned it on just before. Why are we not turning? Where does this turn from? Up here. Got it. There's the iron. Turned it on just before I went live, so it should be where it needs to be. Oh, there's no water in this. Okay, good to know. Oh, maybe there is? Last little remnants of water? Well, it looks like these aren't even, but I don't think I particularly care. All right. Oh, you guys can see that. What do you guys think? I really like it. And it honestly, like, I wish they were all, like, perfect and even, but honestly, this is such a wibbly fabric, it's not surprising that it's not. Okay. Oh, what are we stuck on? Oh, I forgot I did all of... I was marking the hem on Eddie earlier and had to, like, pin everything because Alice isn't my size and forgot to put a bunch of pins in. the waist. I really need a dress form that's my size. That might be a goal for within the next year, to make a bootstrap pattern. We'll see. Okay, we'll put Eddie here. Grab the one we need her. Grab the sleeve. Ooh, what was that comment? Amazing how thin it still looks with 3 layers in the pin tucks. Yeah, so this is an incredibly sheer material. And like even at 2 layers, it's still incredibly sheer. So it's been really fun to like work and play with this. I don't know, like outside of this project, if I would ever choose to work with this specific cotton voile again. I might actually. I kind of want an entire like summer wardrobe out of it, but it also means that like I'm gonna have to layer things underneath. So the idea of like that lightweight summer wardrobe will kind of like go out the window because I have to layer things. But I'm also curious on like, if I choose darker colors, will it be as see-through? So like if I made a burgundy slip, or made this dress out of like burgundy material, would it still be as sheer? I don't know. I'm gonna have to order different colors and play with it. My serger is currently out of commission, so we will zigzag this edge and it will be fine. Just gonna trim this so it's even and looks nice. Okay. See? Faux serged edge. That's wobbly as, oh heavens. Okay. I need to put the cuff on before we set it in, otherwise that's just going to be too much fabric. So let's go figure out the cuff. Poor tripod. So, all right, I need your opinions. Yay or nay on the ruffled lace, gathered lace, because that's what it would actually be. Yay or nay, my friends? We have one vote for yay. Oh, on what exactly? On the cuff. So just to give like a little frilly overlay on the cuff. Where is this? This is what I'm looking for. That is going to sit exactly where I wanted it to. Perfect. Which means that we need to measure this part of my arm. Which means that if we go with more frill, more lace. I'm trying to keep it like sophisticated and semi-subtle, but at the same time, man. Alright, so this is an inch. So if we want the cuff to be an inch plus the seam allowance, which will be another inch, it means we need to do 3 total. Cool. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches plus a seam allowance. So let's do a half for a seam allowance. Perfect use of scrap fabric. Excuse me. Cool, so I need to gather this down, which that needs to be twice. Great, so if it was 12, it's 24. We'll give it an extra inch. Cool, cuff 1, cuff 2, sleeve, lace. Let's go back to the machine. There's a lot of back and forth today, which I don't think I expected. I should have. I knew what we were doing. Alright, we're back at the machine. So I think the first step is to run gathering stitches. Oh, we lost a cuff. There's one cuff. I don't know where I lost the second cuff at, but I lost it. Okay. Oh, it's still over on the table, I think. Alright, gathering stitches. We'll loosen the tension just enough. And we don't want to zigzag. What am I doing? as we're gathering. Oop, there we go. All right, how am I gonna get 2 gathering stitches? I'm not, we're just gonna do the best that we can. Okay, there's that. We need to sew up the cuff. There we go. Started watching Anne with an E, and now you want to blouse with pin tucks. You know, I started watching Anne with an E last year when I was in my big, like, Edwardian height. Yeah, that contributed to a lot of my design choices. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Because we will need to sew this in half. Which it's not. I'm gonna press this so that way it'll behave. It's not wanting to behave. Alright, that was easy. So then if we take the lace that we have run a gathering stitch on, you know what, guys? That was a really cute idea, but I don't think I'm sold. Yeah, that might be like too frilly for, like, at least for this project, because there's not really any frills anywhere else. So we're gonna scrap that for this project. If there were frills in other places, I think I would like it more. Yeah. But there's not lace in other places, so I don't. But now that this is pressed, it'll make this easier. It also means that the cuff could have a cleaner finish, which I wasn't going to get if I put the lace on it. So there's pros and cons here. Let's do this. So that way I can see what I'm doing better. All right, that is 2 gathered. I swear like 90% of sewing is like pretending you know what you're doing and then like awkward flailing. And I've been sewing for like almost 2 decades now. Okay. Gotta make sure I got all of the layers in all the right places. And then we will move the needle. Shoot, I knew it. Okay. The problem with how thin this fabric is I can't tell when I've caught a layer that doesn't need to be there. much more gathered on one side than the other, but it's sewn. So now, if we do this, all right, that is sewn on. There is no front and back to these sleeves, so we're just gonna pin this in and go for it. We might go a little bit longer than an hour because I really just want to get the sleeve set in. So, just warning all of you, I'm sure you don't have a problem with that. Just means that my husband will need to wait a little bit for dinner, but that's not the end of the world. Especially since dinner is super easy tonight and will only take like 30 minutes to cook. Oh no, the light's getting weird. I'm sorry. I cannot control the sky. Alright, I think instead of gathering, I'm going to put a couple pleats in here. Just because I don't really want a puff sleeve, which is what gathers would give me a puff sleeve, and I just want like a fullness at the top. Ooh, it's that time of year. People are starting up their lawnmowers. All right, one more pin. We can now put this back on, start at the bottom. Okay, take the pins out. We'll do the zigzag again. Cool, that edge is now finished. Not very prettily, but it's finished. Cool, let's go put this on Alice and see what we think, shall we? Oh, I've missed some comments. All right, let me put this on Alice, and then we'll read some comments. It's starting to look like an actual garment. I actually kind of love it. Not gonna lie. There you go. Now you can see the whole thing. I kind of wish I had like some pin tucks up here. But at the same time, it's so busy here that I kind of like how subtle this is. What do you guys think? Oh, you guys all like it. Okay. I'm excited. I really like it. This will be really fun to wear. Just the perfect amount of fullness up here. Let's trim some thread, shall we? All right. I pulled that too far back. Oh well. Cool. I will put a collar on. That's going to be the same insertion lace, but it's going to be backed with some of the cotton voile, so it'll look more like the waistband. Just because this isn't like super sturdy on its own, so I need some backing. But yeah. Alright, that is all I have for you guys today. It is time for me to go and make some dinner. So, I will see you guys on Monday. It's going to be the Briar Rose video for all of you who follow me on Instagram and saw that post yesterday. Did I post that yesterday? 2 days ago? Something in there. So yeah, Briar Rose is on Monday. I'm super excited about it. And then live on Thursday. I'm hoping to finish both Belle and Eddie this weekend. So we might be working on other projects. We might be working on some more of the same. So don't have a clear answer for you right now. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, come on, let's exit out.